Hey guys, Rino Dabbit here, and today we're going to be discussing something a little different, but today we will be talking about reprints. And reprints are cards that are printed in tins and special editions, structure decks, battle packs, astral packs, champion packs, you name it, even as video game promos. So, yeah, there's a lot to cover here, and they just have been either going up in price or becoming much more playable due to the fact that there's a lot of cards able to be utilized now with the release of Tachyon. So, I have a pretty solid list here of stuff that people would like. Actually, let's get Global out of here. Here's Emergency Teleport. This was released as an ultra rare in the Duelist Genesis. I was about to say Star Strike Blast, but that's for another good handful of cards here. It's really great right now in decks like Karakuri, because they're able to get to their synchros much more faster by using cards like Psychic Commander and Krebins. So, this card just is really great. But it's been going for like 15 since it came out, and now it's at like 20 because the decks have been utilizing this a lot, and it's been making them much more consistent and faster, keeping a great hand advantage while they're at it. The next card is Card-Card-E. He is awesome in decks like Dino Rabbit and Heretics, and he's just been going up dramatically. That's all I can say. He's just an awesome draw power for any deck. Dragon Ravine is the field spell card for the Dragonity archetype. This doesn't really need a reprint as much as anything else, but it would look great as a super rare from Astral Pack or something like that to really bling out Dragonities, because they really want this. And the goddamn phone is ringing. I can't get it because I'm recording. But, yeah, this would just look great as a super, just for the fact that, there are cards that come out, like Gemini Spark, that were printed in, Astral Pack as supers, and I feel like this card deserves this treatment. Here's Dragonity Phalanx. He's not going for much right now. He's like 10, but when Dragonities start topping with, Tempest, this card's gonna be rising in price dramatically, and this would just be a great reprint for, just a common in some kind of pack, like the new Battle Pack 2 that's coming out. So, yeah, Phalanx would be an awesome addition for that. High Priestess of Prophecy is another great card that can be reprinted, not because it's been a while since it came out or that people really need it. It's more over the fact that Prophecy is just such an expensive deck to make, and it will be even more expensive with Spellbook and Judgment on the rise in 2 days. So, yeah, this card would be an awesome reprint, just because it's really their only boss monster that they can use, and it's able to be gotten out pretty easily. So, this card would be an awesome reprint in the deck, because it would just be a lot more cheaper for people to make. I use the word cheap with the grain of salt, because it's not a cheap deck at all, even with this going to like $5. I mean, because there's already stuff coming out, like I said, Spellbook of Judgment, but then there's also stuff like Spellbook of the Master and Spellbook of Secrets and the Grand Spellbook Tower, not to mention the new Ultimate Rare reprint of Spellbook of Power and Astral Pack 2. So this card would definitely help people shave off at least like $300 from the deck that's already going to cost around 1,000 or more. So really any Secret Rare Prophecy card or even Spellbook card would be great. Harpy's Pet Dragon is like the oldest card on this list. He actually doesn't have his price showing, so sorry, what am I, like, Swedish? He has a price on here, like Core TCG, for at least, like, $60, so that's just nuts. But he's able to be used, and he's going to be even more expensive when Harpies come out, because with the effect of Harpy's Channeler, you can get this guy out pretty easily, and then go for Mecha Phantom Beast Draco Sack, which I'll show you real quick if you don't know what he does yet. He is just absolutely broken, and he's going to be, like, a $100 secret rare in, Lord of the Tachyon Galaxy, because rank 7s like him and number 11 Big Eye are going to be absolutely dominating the format. And if we got a reprint of Harpy's Pet Dragon, again in like Battle Pack 2 or as a tin promo, special edition promo, I don't care, but this card would be so much easier to get because it's only been a video game promo, and it was for a really old game. I think it was Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist of the Roses. Don't quote me on that though. Fog King is the next card. This is just an old secret rare from Lighted Destruction, but he's been going up a lot recently. I'm trying to combine recently and lately. I don't know what my problem is, but he's been going up a lot lately for like $30, and he used to be only like 2. But the only reason he's good is because he's a level 7, and that's again able to be used for cards like Draco Sack and Big Eye. In fact, I'm gonna drag Draco Sack right here, so I don't have to really keep going over to it. Actually, no, I'm not, because he doesn't need a reprint. Get out of here. Okay, so Fog King, yeah, that's really all I have to say about him. Chaos Hunter, on the other hand, is going to be great against decks like Dino Rabbit and Elemental Dragons for the fact that he stops cards from being banished. which absolutely shuts down Rescue Rabbit's engine, and then it shuts down the whole entire archetype of elemental dragons, except for the babies. But other than that, this card helps a lot. Not even that, again, he's a level 7 that you can get out really easily. The next card is Medion the Time Lord. He was just a random secret rare thrown into Photon Shockwave. And basically what his effect is, you can summon him if you control, like, no other cards. I don't really remember it all because I don't use him. But his main gist is, sometime in, like, another turn, I'm not reading this right now. He sends every other card on the field to the hand, and then he burns your opponent for 300 damage for each card. It's not really part of the burn factor, it's the fact that he gets everything off the field. So that stops Ophion, that stops all the Elemental Dragons, and it stops Prophecy. And yes, it does stop Ophion, because he's normal summoned with this effect, not special summoned. And Ophion stops cards from being special summoned. So yeah, that's why Medion is still going to be great. He used to be only like 10, now he's going for 30 to 40, and that's just nuts. Oh, we got Forbidden Lance here. This card's going to be going up a lot more, just because it's able to be really versatile in decks that can't search for lands like Elemental Dragons or even my heroes, but that's not the point that I need it. I have my lances, it's okay. But Lance is just going to be going up in price all the time, just because it's a really great staple that people are utilizing, because it's so viable to be either used in the damage step or to protect your monsters. And Forbidden Lance, even as like a common for Battle Pack, is going for $15. And as a super, I don't think it's 20, it's even more. I don't know, because sometimes Dueling Network screws up on prices, but this card definitely needs an easy reprint. This little list of cards here, except for Ophion, is just a list of cards from the set called Starstrike Blast, which is the set with all these cards that never got a reprint. If you don't know that set, it's where Shooting Star Dragon and Formula Synchron came out. So the first card we have here is Tuning. This was just an ultra rare that was released in there because it's a card used by Yusei to search out your Synchrons. And this isn't really used in anything except for, like, those Quasar decks. But, I mean, like, this just really needs a reprint, because it's a card that people want to use because Yusei used it. Not even that, because it's able to actually be used, because you add a Synchron to your hand, and then you mill a card. So, that's, like, a really nice effect, because you could end up building, like, a Raikou to get out Frozen Fitzgerald, or a level leader to just go off like that. And Tuning would just really deserve it. I mean, there's not really a specific reason, but this card has been going for 20 ever since it came out. Dragonite Vajrayana has been going for 30 ever since he came out, and he's going up even more because you need to run 3 of this in Dragonities, which is absolutely nuts, because he gets out any first turn Stardust, first turn Scrap Dragon, Crimson Blader, you name it. He's also a level 6, which can be used with the Heretic monster, Atum. Or Atom, I don't really know how you pronounce this. I guess it's Atom, but I don't care. He's just able to get a lot of stuff, but not only that, you can just go for a lot of really good synchro plays. And the next card is Dragonite Gaydirg. He was a secret rare released in Starstrike Blast, and basically, he gets all your searches off, but the main combo is to search for Zephyros, and then send that to the grave. And then you get Dragon's Ravine back to your hand. Summon Zephyros, play Dragon's Ravine again, and then you get a whole big combo of that. So Gaydirg, he used to only be like 20, I think, too. Maybe 10, but I don't know. I mean, I used to play Unity, but I never had him. But yeah, he's going for 40. A lot of these old cards just really need a reprint. Bure, he doesn't have his price showing either, so I have it on here. He's going for 30, and I don't think he's ever stopped going for 30 since the day he came out. Bure is just a great card. Again, he's ridiculous. You can get him out with the Emergency Teleport in a Karakuri deck, because he's a Karakuri monster. And he really helps out the deck and gets them a lot more faster plays. The next card is Jewel Lockbird. This was a rare, I think, in Starstrike Blast. And he basically is only going up because he can stop Prophecy. Because he stops all the searches with cards like Magician, Secrets, Master, and Judgment Day. Or Spellbook of Judgment, I guess is what it's called now. But yeah, that's really what Jewel Lockbird is good for. He's going for like $10 now. He used to only be like a cent. But the next card is Duradark. He's going for 20 to 30 right now because of the fact that he's able to stop Ophion. And what he does is he targets a monster with the same attribute as him in attack position, and he just destroys it. But I don't really understand why he's going up, because he's not really versatile in like any deck. So I don't really know why Duradark would be going up, but he does need a reprint if he's going to continue to go up like this. So now we're on to, like, the final stretch, which is just a bunch of monsters. Here's Shooting Quasar Dragon. He doesn't have his price showing either, but I have it. He's going for 60, and he used to be going at least for 30. This card needs, like, reprints for two reasons. Three reasons. One, it came out probably a year ago. Two, it hasn't come out in Europe because Europe doesn't get Shonen Jump promos, and this was a Shonen Jump promo. The next reason is that Lawfuls are going to be able to get this guy out, and Lawfuls aren't really going to be one of the best decks this next format. They're going to be good. They're going to be definitely an underdog deck, but they're not going to be absolutely crazy like Elemental Dragons and Prophecy. So, yeah, that's really the only reason that Shooting Quasar needs a reprint, but Europe really needs this card. The next card is Big Eye. Big Eye is kind of here for the same deal as Card E. He's also a secret rare from a Galactic Overlord, and again, that set's been around for almost a year now, if not, it has been, and he is just really versatile, viable in decks like Elemental Dragons, because of the fact that the only reason that the deck is good is because they can get this guy out so easily, because all the Elemental Dragons are level 7s. So, yeah, and the deck is already going to be hella expensive because this guy is going for 130 right now, which is absolutely knuckin' futz. And they need 3 of this and 3 Drago Sack. And that makes the deck already $600. And these guys aren't going to be hard to get because they're all going to be commons and rares already. That's confirmed. Gear Dragon Dex is the next one. Geargia isn't going to be as good as it used to be just because of the fact that they're not going to be as fast as other decks. Like I said, Elemental Dragons, Prophecy, I'm pretty sure I've said those 2 names about 6 times each. And yeah, I mean, Geargia, they're only getting like 1 support card in Tachyon, which isn't going to help them that much because it has to use the really ghetto Geargia cards, like the 2 Geargiano things, and it's called Geargia Gear, and it gets out those 2 and makes them level 4, and then you get out this guy. But yeah, I mean, Geargigant X, I don't really know how to say it, Geargigant, I don't care, but he needs a reprint too. He hasn't stopped going for 30 since he came out. Well, actually, when he did come out, he was like 80. But yeah, Arcanite Magician's the last thing too. This is a great card in Prophecy due to the fact that you could play Spellbook of Life to get back your Effect Veiler, and then make really modified Synchros. And this guy is really great because when you have him out in Spellbook Star Hall, you're able to pop your opponent's like whole entire field, which is just absolutely broken because they can't even use a card like Starlight Road to that. But yeah, that's really all the cards that need a reprint right now. Or at least all the stuff that's, like, mandatory. If not, just because I'm a loser and I need all these cards. But, yeah. I mean, I think I got all the good opinions down from you guys. Anyway, I'll see you next time. And this is Rino Dabbit signing off. Peace.